What's up, Josh? This is Will from the Athletic. What's it like playing within a defensive system? Understand where so much of the attention is put on defending the paint, especially in a league where it seems like more and more teams are taking threes at a high rate, but Stan just wants you guys to protect the paint at a high rate.
Yeah, definitely different than what we did last year. It took me a little bit of an adjustment period to get used to that defense. But I mean, if you look, the last several years, some of the top teams, they gave up. Milwaukee gave up, you know, 30, 35, 40, 3-point attempts last year, and they were the number one defense in the league. So, um, that's just what we got to do, and we know that. We know we got to protect the paint. A lot of times, teams want to get inside, then and get inside and not kick out for open threes. So if you're able to just to stop that, and then those threes are a little more contested, and it's a better shot, better chance that they miss it. We're able to get the rebound and get out in transition. So definitely a little bit different than what we're used to and accustomed to. But if you look at the history of basketball, especially the last couple of years with the top defensive teams, that was the strategy.
Josh, this is Jim from Pelicans.com. You guys have held three of the first five opponents under 100 points. I mean, obviously, that's a big jump from last year. But what do you like the most about what you guys have done defensively so far? Is it the chemistry? Is it communication? What do you think has been maybe the most encouraging part of this first part of the season?
Yeah, I think we're communicating better and at a higher rate, than we were in the last year. And obviously, when you're on defense and you're talking, you're able to direct, your teammates on where to go or what's going on and those kind of things. You're able to get, a better outcome. So the communication has been amazing, and we got to keep getting better and better at that one. And then definitely just chemistry. We know what each other's strengths are. We know, what we expect from each other, and that's to go out there and guard the ball and help your teammate. And we've done a good job with that one. I think we can still get better, and there's several times where we can, especially if there's not a whistle or not a stoppage in play for 2, 3, 4 minutes, and we're tired and we're gassed. We got to make sure, when that happens, we're still locked into communicating, locked into our habits, and get stops. So, those things are what really been helping us, through the first 5 games, and it's a really small sample size in just 5 games, so we gotta keep doing that all the way through 72 plus games.
Hey Josh, Caroline here from Pelicans Radio. Nikhil has admitted that he is very hard on himself. As his teammate, how do you encourage and help him build on the confidence and his ability that you all know is there, but trying to pull that out of him and so he's not as hard on himself?
Um, I kind of feel with him on that because I know I'm hard on myself. Um, but honestly, when I see that, I let him get that first emotion out. Guys would sit there and be talking to him like, yo, just leave him alone. He's good. Just let him rock for a couple seconds, and then after you get out of the huddle, whatever, just grab him, and be like, yo, you're good. This is what we see. This is what you can do, and all that kind of thing. So. I totally understand where he's coming from, just because, like I said, I do that myself. You're competitive, you're passionate. When you make a mistake, it's more so you feel like you're letting your teammates down. So, that first, 10, 15 seconds of competitiveness and anger and those kind of things, once that subsides, then just pull them to the side and just talk to them, let them know like, yo, we got trust in you, we got faith in you that you're gonna go out there and make the right plays. So just go out there and play your game, and that's the biggest thing. Because trust me, when I make mistakes and someone tries to talk to me for the first 15, 20 seconds, I don't even want to hear it. I'm either gonna say something back, just out of just competitiveness and anger, then and it'll be more detrimental. So I tell everyone, yo, just don't say nothing to him, leave him alone, and he'll be good.
Hey Josh, it's Andrew from ESPN. Looking just a little bit ahead to next week when you guys play the Hornets, it'll be Lonzo's first time playing LaMelo. Two quick ones, I guess. One, what is the biggest difference you've seen from LA Lonzo Was he around the facility at all? Did y'all go see him play or anything like that?
No, the first part of that question, I just see more confidence. Obviously, he's able to have the ball a little bit more than he was our last year in LA, obviously, because you had Bron there and Rondo there, a lot of guys that were able to go out there and create. So now, with him, being our main point guard, being able to have the ball in his hands, making decisions, calling plays, doing that kind of thing. So definitely see more confidence in him. And I think you kind of see that through his decision making and through his shot selection and the makes and all those kind of things. So I think you see that. Second part of that question, Melo's he's a funny dude, man. So he's definitely around us a little bit. Definitely, obviously we got a couple more games before that we can't overlook, but I'm sure Zio has that one circled on his calendar, and it's gonna be like a little playground battle between those two, like they always had. So we're gonna have to have Zio show him who the big dog is, and we got his back. But that's gonna be a fun one.
Hey Josh, Christian Clark with Dylan.com. Just the pace that these games are coming, like it's every other day. It seems like almost the entire season. Does that change like your preparation or your mentality, everything? Just every other day kind of thing.
Not really. It changes our preparation in terms of having to get better without going out there on the court and running through an hour and a half, 2 hour practice. I think that's the biggest difference. I think the biggest difference is having to, rely more on film and seeing those things and correcting them right away. And obviously with a young team, that can be challenging and that can be difficult at times, but that's what this season is. We got to do that, and we got to make sure we learn through wins, even if it's an ugly win like that San Antonio. It was an ugly win, but we were able to get the W and learn from it. And I think that's the biggest thing. It's easy when you learn from a loss, because obviously you got to come to work the next day, everyone's locked in, you guys just lost, you want to get that taste out of your mouth. But the biggest thing, the biggest difference and the biggest thing for us is get better through film and get better through wins.